my friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa. We are in the midst of celebrating Thanksgiving week if you're watching this the day that it goes live, and we are talking all things Thanksgiving, and I'm going to show you how to make roasted veggies 3 different ways with a vegan maple glaze on top. They are so good, delicious, easy to make. You can pop them all in one pan, which saves you a ton of prep, and it's a really great way and delicious way to have veggies on Thanksgiving. So if you do want to follow along with the recipes, you can find the link right down below this video. It's up on the blog and it's ready for you to make them, and you can also of course pin them to save them for later, etc. I think that's all I have for the intro today. I hope you enjoy these delicious recipes, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so our first vegetable that we're gonna use is carrots, and I am using 4 carrots. I just slice off the ends, and then I like to cut my carrots on the diagonal. I like to do this just because I find the discs are a little bit bigger and they're easier and more enjoyable to eat, but I guess you could cut them any way you wanted. But once you have your carrots sliced or cut however which way you please, you are going to transfer them into a mixing bowl. And then we are going to top them with olive oil as well as some pepper, sea salt, and the spice that we're using for the carrots is harissa powder, which is so good and kind of it's a really hard spice to explain, but it is really delicious and highly recommend it with carrots. So stir it all together and then set your carrots aside. Sprouts, and these Brussels sprouts I've already prepared, so I trimmed the ends off and I peeled the outer leaves off and I washed them. So make sure that you do that when you are preparing Brussels sprouts. But once you have done that, you can just slice them in half, and we are going to cook them in half like this. So once you have cut them in half, you can transfer them into your mixing bowl again. You will drizzle them with olive oil. Again, use pepper and sea salt. And then the spice that we're gonna use with our Brussels sprouts is garlic powder. You know, I'm a big fan of garlic powder, so I love it with Brussels sprouts as well as broccoli. Give it a stir until everything is combined and set this aside. Lastly, we are going to make some squash. I chose delicata squash here because A, it's my favorite squash, B, I think it's delicious, C, I think it's pretty, and D, the skin is edible, so you don't have to worry about peeling it. It gets soft when it cooks. So that's what we're doing here. And to prepare delicata squash, just slice off the ends, then slice it in half lengthwise, scoop out all those seeds, and then cut each of those halves into half moon or circle shapes. Basically just lay them flat and then slice them. And you will, again, transfer your delicata squash or whatever squash you're using into your bowl. Top it with your olive oil, your pepper, your sea salt, and the spice that we're using here is dried thyme, which is also one of my favorite herbs. So good and delicious on squash. So once you've stirred that all together, you can set them aside. And then we are going to put all of our veggies on our baking tray. So we're gonna first put on the carrots and just use your spoon to kind of spread them out evenly. Then you can do the same with the Brussels sprouts, and finally the delicata squash. If you are using the full amounts in the ingredients listed, you will probably want to use 2 baking pans so that you can just give them a little bit more space and they can roast a little bit more evenly. Mine was a little overcrowded here, but that's what I did. And then you can pop them in a 425-degree oven for about 30 to 40 minutes until everything is cooked through. While they are cooking, we are gonna make our delicious vegan butter glaze. So we have 3 tablespoons of vegan butter as well as 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and you're just gonna melt that all together, whether it's on the stove or in the microwave, and whisk it until it is combined, and you have probably the most delicious glaze that ever existed. It's honestly so good. Once you have your vegetables all beautifully roasted, you can pull them out of the oven. Look how pretty these are. And then you can drizzle on that delicious maple butter glaze. I like to reserve about half of the glaze for serving because the vegetables kind of soak in what you pour on top right now. So you might want a little bit of extra when you're serving it so that people can dish it on top and make them even more delicious. But once you have drizzled them on, you can just stir the glaze all over the vegetables and then you can serve them up. I like to put these on a tray and make them look all beautiful if I'm serving them for Thanksgiving. But if you are not serving them for Thanksgiving and you're just making them for dinner, you can just throw them on your plate here. They also reheat really well, so you can totally meal prep them. They would be great with a bowl, maybe some roasted tofu, maybe some tahini sauce, maybe some quinoa. You really can't go wrong with these, but they are, what I love is they're obviously one pan, and they are healthy and they are delicious. They are kind of fancy. They're great for the holidays. They're great for a dinner party, although I guess we're not really having that right now. And they just taste really good. And I think that having vegetables at Thanksgiving is really important so that you can balance out all of the other stuff that you might be eating. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe, and I can't wait to hear what you think. And there you have it, my friends. That is how to make simple roasted veggies 3 different ways. I hope you enjoyed today's video. You are going to absolutely love that vegan maple butter glaze. It is so good. Such a great way to enjoy veggies for Thanksgiving or any holiday, really. And if you do want to swap out the veggies, you totally can do that. You could do different squashes, you could do root veggies, potatoes, etc. So have fun with it. Make whatever you enjoy, and if you have any questions, you can drop those down in the comments. If you want to make the specific recipes that I made today with the spices and everything like that, I have linked the blog post down below. It's right down in the description box, and that will show you everything you need to know to make them. As I said, perfect Thanksgiving side dish, but also just delicious in general. So I hope you do give it a try. If you did enjoy today's video, please give it a thumbs up. We have a couple more Thanksgiving recipes, videos coming for you. Friday is going to be gluten-free pie, 2 different ways, and then the following week we have 3 more delicious side dish recipes. So we've got you covered from basically start to finish. And if you're looking for a vegan main dish, I have an herb crusted tofu that I shared last year that is what I like to make for my vegan main, so I'll drop that down in the description. Otherwise, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I appreciate every moment that you spend with me here on YouTube. It means the world to me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!